rags to riches, dreams can transcend the toughest adversities. Welcome to Stardom Central. In this remarkable tale, we delve into the extraordinary journey of a young boy who rose from humble beginnings to create a fashion empire known and cherished worldwide. Let's get started. In the 19th century, there was a remarkable man named Louis Vuitton. He was born and raised in Angers, France, to a farmer and a hat maker. Life wasn't easy back then, as France was recovering from the Napoleonic Wars and many farmers, including Louis's family, were struggling financially. From a young age, he had to work on the family farm, taking care of crops and animals and even stockpiling firewood. Things became even tougher for Louis when he turned 10, as his mother passed away and his father remarried a wicked stepmother straight out of a fairy tale. The situation at home became unbearable, and Louis decided to take matters into his own hands. At the age of 13, he left the farmhouse behind and set off to Paris with no money or food, seeking a better life. Luckily, Louis found work with artisans and craftsmen in Paris who taught him various skills like metalwork, stonework, fabric work, and woodworking. Although he was homeless and had to sleep in the woods with just a cloak to keep him warm, the opening of the first railway line to Paris allowed for more accessible travel, and the luggage industry was booming. Craftsmen started making custom boxes for aristocrats who needed special containers to carry their valuable items during their travels. Louis saw an opportunity and decided to find work in this trade. He was fortunate to be hired as an apprentice by a craftsman named Monsieur Maréchal. Though the pay was low, Louis' willingness to learn paid off, and he soon became a favorite among Maréchal's clients. The Empress of France even appointed him as her boxmaker. After gaining recognition and experience, Louis decided to open his shop, where he came up with revolutionary ideas for luggage. Instead of using traditional leather, he experimented with canvas, which was lighter, more durable, and water-resistant. This innovation allowed for simple flat-lidded trunks that could be stacked and easily loaded. The canvas material also had a clean and modern look. The slat trunk became a hit, and it marked the birth of modern luggage. Louis didn't stop there. He saw the potential in handbags, which were not widely accepted at the time. He started making handbags with canvas and created a demand for various styles to match different outfits. As Louis' business flourished, he faced setbacks, including the destruction of his workshop due to war. Nevertheless, he rebuilt his business, and his son Georges joined him, contributing more groundbreaking ideas like the tumbler locks for trunks, making them more secure. Tragedy struck again with Louis's sudden death, leaving Georges to carry on his father's legacy. Following in his father's footsteps, Georges continued to revolutionize the industry with innovative ideas. One of his notable creations was a tumbler lock that transformed trunks into treasure chests, effectively preventing theft. Before this, most trunks had easily pickable locks. As the family's products gained even more popularity, tragedy struck when war broke out, bringing production to a halt and leaving Louis homeless for the second time. During the Franco-Prussian War, Louis and his family were forced to abandon their home and workshop in Asnieres and seek refuge in the city, living in a crowded shelter with thousands of other refugees. Food scarcity posed a severe threat to their well-being. When the war finally ended, Louis returned home to find his materials stolen and his workshop in ruins. Undeterred, he used the remaining savings to rebuild the workshop and find a new location. Fortunately, the war had caused property prices to drop, allowing Louis to purchase a shop in an upscale district. Before long, the business was thriving again, with orders pouring in from all corners of the world. Be sure you subscribe to this channel and give this video a like if you're enjoying the content. Driven by the desire to explore new and daring concepts, Louis leveraged advanced technology to print custom patterns on fabric. Using canvas as the medium, he introduced a line of trunks adorned with striking striped patterns. The new design became an instant hit, allowing people to showcase their modern and fashionable taste while making it difficult for counterfeiters to replicate his work. The international demand for Louis's creations prompted him to open a shop in London, diversifying his clientele to include royalty and explorers alike. His brand became synonymous with luxury, gracing the homes of the elite and even venturing into exotic rainforests. In a practical move to expand further, Louis decided to release his first catalog, making ordering easy for customers. Unfortunately, fate had other plans, and he passed away unexpectedly at the age of 72, leaving his unfinished legacy in the hands of Georges. Georges wasted no time in growing the business and recognized the need for an international sales network. During his travels to the US for the World's Fair, he met John Wanamaker, a pioneer in the concept of department stores and the inventor of the price tag. This meeting proved to be beneficial, as John started selling LV products in the New York store, marking the brand's entry into the American market. Georges continued to uphold Louis's vision, propelling the business to new heights and solidifying its reputation as a global fashion icon. After Georges took over, he introduced a game-changing tumbler lock for the trunks, making them like treasure chests and virtually theft-proof. People went crazy for it, and it became the first brand to be sold in a New York department store. That's when Georges decided to create a monogram as a tribute to his father Louis with those iconic interlocking L and V. Now back then, it was unheard of to have monograms on products. People were used to having their names or initials on their bags, but times changed and soon everyone fell in love with the new design. Georges and his son Gaston continued to build on Louis's vision, and they introduced incredible creations like the Keepall bag, perfect for everyday use, and the No bag, designed to carry wine and champagne. However, things took a tough turn during the Second World War. Contracts were cancelled, and Gaston had to shut down LV's factory and stores. Some even say that he had to make desperate decisions to survive during those trying times. But once the war ended, Gaston's sons Henry, Jacques, and Claude took up the challenge of rebuilding the business under their father's guidance. But as time went on, hard-sided luggage became less popular and business started to stagnate. To turn things around, they brought in their sister's husband, Henry Recamier, to lead the company. Henry had a sharp business sense and transformed LV from wholesale to retail, tapping into the Asian market, which brought massive success. LV sales skyrocketed to over $260 million, and Henry even took the company public. But there were some internal disputes, and eventually Bernard Arnault came into the picture. Henry sought his support, but Bernard had his plans. He secretly bought a controlling interest in LV and merged it with Moet Hennessy to create LVMH, a luxury goods conglomerate, which saved the company from outside takeovers. LV went through some tough times after that, with internal battles and sales declining. But under the leadership of Yves Carcel, the company made a bold move by collaborating with designers like Vivienne Westwood and launching handbags using the iconic monogram. This brought LV back into the spotlight, and they continued to grow and innovate. Then, they brought in a designer named Marc Jacobs as their creative director. He breathed new life into the brand, launching its first ready-to-wear line, creating iconic collections like Vermis, and collaborating with renowned artists. LV expanded into watches, jewelry, and sunglasses, always staying true to their craftsmanship by making everything in-house with extensive training for their craftsmen. And now, here we are. LV ranks as the top luxury brand in the world, with a valuation of over $30 billion. It's incredible to think how a homeless teenager's determination paved the way for such a legendary billion-dollar empire. Louis Vuitton truly left an enduring mark on the world of fashion and luxury. Thank you for joining us on this motivating journey. If you enjoyed this particular video, give it a like and don't forget to subscribe to Stardom Central for more captivating content. Do well to check other videos as well, so you don't miss out. Bye and see you soon.